That's right, I hit round 1000 in zombies. I'm currently waiting for all the women in my local area to throw their pussy in my face asking me to bear their children. But if you're jealous, worry not, my friend. You too can be as cool as I am by implementing the strategy that I will go over, and you can also hit round 1000. So the first thing that I will say is that on World at War, Nocturne, Toten, Verrucht, and Shino Numa as I'm playing have 24 zombies max per round. So if you try this on Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 3 Shino Numa, then you will not be able to use this strategy. Next, because of the speed of zombie spawns on the earlier rounds, you're not actually able to use the strategy as I do it on up until about round 50 I found. So I'm assuming you can get there yourself just for the sake of the video. So technically the only thing required for this strategy is the Wunderwaffe, but I would obviously highly recommend you grab Jug, Speed Cola, and I would also recommend that you would grab the PPSH, although the Thompson off the wall will do you pretty well if you can't get the PP from the box. Alright, so I'm just going to go over every single type of round and then how I actually deal with them. So first we have dog rounds, and for this I like to start off by just using my 2 bouncing betties. I find them a lot safer than the Wunderwaffe because you can end up downing yourself if you get hit a few times and then shock yourself with a Wunderwaffe, so I just find it safer to use the bouncing betties. They do infinite damage against dogs, they will always one-shot them, but they do not do infinite damage against regular zombies. So after my 2 bouncing betties are up, I'll always make sure that I group up the 2 hellhounds that can spawn in at a time and kill them both in one shot. It makes it a lot easier to group them together if you know that you can just backwalk away from them and they will not be able to hit you. Sometimes the dogs will be greedy little bitches and not drop max ammos, but that'll be fine seeing as how ammo is not a huge problem, and more often than not, the first zombie you'll kill the next round will drop you a max ammo. So I'll always start my rounds off by throwing a grenade at this zombie spawn right here. I'll get into why exactly I do this later in the video. As you'd expect on round 697, the zombies don't spawn and I'll get tens of points. I'll just run over to this flogger and then I'll activate that and then use the Wunderwaffe to kill all the zombies spawning at this barricade. The only 2 places zombies can spawn are the area in the fishing hut where they'll die by the flogger and this barricade right here. As you can see, all the other zombies died by the flogger, and that concludes this round. So in zombies, there's such a thing called an insta-kill round. During this time, zombies technically won't be insta-kill, but their health will revert to what they were on round 1, meaning they will die to the grenade. And you'll see in the bottom right, I will get 50 points from killing that zombie. If you get this happening, then you will want to just switch to your PPSH or Thompson if you got that off the wall, and then just straight up kill the zombies with that. I don't know exactly what round insta-kill rounds actually start, but my first insta-kill round this game was 218. After that point, it was just a random chance as to if it's going to be an insta-kill round or the zombie's health will just be what you'd expect, hence why I throw the grenade always to check. So this round, I only get tens of points, meaning it is not an insta-kill round and I'm actually going to have to deal with the zombies. Flogger was still on a cooldown, so I'll just run over to this spot by the box. I'll run onto the other side of the wall carrying the Thompson right next to this barrel. I'll shoot my first shot of the Wunderwaffe. Then I'll run over to this doorway into this corner. I'll shoot my second Wunderwaffe. And then at this point there will only be 4 zombies left, so I'll just finish them off. And this will conclude the round. If I get an insta-kill on the round before, then I'll just treat that round like I would any insta-kill round. If I can, I'll run over to this area past the flogger before the start of the next round so that the zombies will actually spawn in the fishing hut and at that one barrier. It's not actually vitally important that you're in this area before the round starts, but I like to do it just because it's more predictable spawns, which will make me feel safer, and it's a lot quicker seeing as how they won't spawn in the cabin and then have to run all the way over to you. I have ran into this situation a few times where I grab an insta-kill at the start of the round in the cabin area, and then the zombies towards the end of the round aren't able to make their way over to me by the time insta-kill ends, meaning I'll have to use a Wunderwaffe shot to finish them off. Nukes are fantastic as they'll allow you to just skip the next round basically as soon as it starts. All you have to do is listen for the starting music of the next round, and then as soon as you hear that guitar note, you grab it, and then you'll be able to skip the next round without shooting a single bullet.
Ka-fucking-boom, freak bags!
Because World at War is World at War, you will still be able to get hit by the zombies, so just make sure you're staying safe. So this is a situation where I wouldn't be able to grab the insta-kill while also being in the fishing hut area. As you can see, the zombies are spawning in the cabin, and I like to just finish them off with my PP right away so that I don't have to wait for them later.
Sorry, zombie. I ain't nobody's meat snack. Ooh, eat lead, freak bag!
And this right here, this sandbag, is the actual cutoff, so as long as you're past this, then the zombies will give you your predictable spawns, as I was talking about earlier. The best thing you can ask for on a dog round is an insta-kill from the round before. The way you handle this should be pretty explanatory. You just either grab your PPSH or your Thompson, and then you'll be able to kill them instantly, and it'll just make it a lot safer. If you are going to die to anything on this run, it is going to be the dogs, because the dogs in World at War go absolutely nuts sometimes for no reason. But yeah, that's every single type of round that you'll face on World at War Shino Numa. If you're able to master these, then there's nothing stopping you from reaching obscene rounds like I did. The world record is currently about 11,000, and my 1,000 run took me 10 hours to get. So if you're able to put in the time and you're perfectly willing to just play all day and then take it to go to sleep and then wake up and play all day again, then you yourself can actually become the world record holder of this map. But anyways, that's about it. See ya.